Hey Kura team, it is Sunday, it is DayZ. This is a kind of a new thing for me. So this is well, you know, I've done streams before. Let's not lie, I've done streams before. But I guess there's 2 points to this. The first is I'd like to kind of make a live stream a fairly regular occurrence, and I can probably really only guarantee it on Sundays, my time, which is GMT plus 13, I think, currently at the minute. And I also want to put in a quick plug because I mean I honestly don't know, but if you know, but I have I'm not out in the middle of the open. I have a Twitch channel, and I've just kind of set that up and put it all together. I've had it for a while now, but been a while since I put it together, and I thought I should probably get into that in 2025 too, because. So here we are. We're on DayZ. What are we doing on DayZ? Who knows, right? Because it is still 1.26, and 1.27 is around the corner, and that means there's really just not a lot to do. And I don't know. I think if you saw, there's like 4 people on the server, and just because they're showing us on the server doesn't mean they're actually doing anything. They might have just logged in for something of no particular purpose whatsoever. So I don't know about what's happening out on the servers at the minute. I guess the issue is we're all kind of waiting. It's that unfortunate limbo where you're kind of, that's rice. I don't think, does rice get frozen? I don't think it does it? Is rice like the only food that you can eat straight off the bat? It's just cold. I don't eat it anyway. Yeah, so the point is 1.26. We're waiting on 1.27. I know it's due out on the 25th. So that's a few days away still. So the 25th is still a few days away. So what are we going to do, and what are we going to do in the meantime, and what are we going to talk about 1.27 while we're here? So do I not have a map? I don't have a map on this character. That's really annoying. I do have some food I can eat though, so I might just eat some food. So as I'm sure you know, because you're savvy people, when 1.27 does come out, they have said that they're doing a full and complete wipe. All official servers, all characters, all everything. Now, you probably also know, because you're savvy people, that there's been a little bit of shenanigans over the last couple of weeks with Bohemia Interactive and DayZ and Nitrado servers running DayZ, and a whole bunch of other bits and pieces that have been going on, Vigor Cloud service, etc, etc, etc. So it's probably fair to say that they're taking this opportunity with DayZ to install some additional security measures or plug some security gaps. And obviously they're not going to tell us that they're doing that, right? And they're most certainly not going to mention which gaps they're plugging, because that would be pointless. Why would you tell people that you were doing that? Because that would go against everything that you're trying to achieve. So they're doing a mass wipe, all servers, all maps, all players, all everything. And that's a big thing, because that affects a lot of people. When Sakal recently came out, there was 500,000 downloads of Sakal. So if everybody is on Sakal or has been on Sakal, that's just 500,000 users for Sakal, let alone all of the users. And there's usually like 200 to 300,000 on Cherno, and slightly less, but more or less the same on Livonia. So you know, you're talking million upwards people. Um, so they're not going to do that, um, you know, lightly. So that's what they're doing. So this whole wipe and everything that's going on means we're all going to be going back to the start again. So back to the coast is where we will be headed, and all of this lovely stuff that I've spent my time getting, which is, you know, it's not super great, to be fair. It's enough to get by, um, and I'm fine, but it's not super duper. So we're gonna lose all that, and they're bringing in new mechanics. My particular beef is the mechanics with boat decay. Um, I don't know. We'll see about that one. We'll see about boat decay because yeah, look, we'll just see. I don't use boats on official. I don't like cars on official. I mean, I did for a while. Maybe we need to on this. I mean, I. Maybe I need to on this, um, and get a car and try and tootle around and poodle about and all the rest of it. But um, I mean, to be honest, you know, what for? What is the point? What is the value? What are you trying to achieve? That's the kind of jazz with the situation with cars and boats. I feel like I heard something just then. It's hard to know when I keep talking. Oh, that might be a thing. Options, audio, ramp the effects up. They're one of the changes that's coming to 1.27 is they're making players' footsteps a little bit louder, so it makes sneaking up on people a little bit harder. I get snuck up on a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be trees outside. It could be trees outside. I mean, you know, honestly, it doesn't matter. it, it really, honestly, doesn't matter. I'm going to lose this character anyway. Um, so that's what I came on to say. So you know, we're here. We're doing 1.26, and we're gonna. I was heading on down to Nogovo. Do you remember? And I saw a car. And that was, geez, that was a while ago. That was a while ago. I have had quite a busy week. Oh, I was gonna see about running over to the hunting store looking for a map. That's what I was gonna see about doing. Is that a Z over there? Police is down here and hunting is not a million miles away from it. Somewhere down here there's like a mass Z spawn next to the road. So we'll skip over. We're not interested in medical, but I want to go over to the store. We're not interested in police either. Although rather than should somebody be hiding there. I don't know if we can get under this pipe. From here we can't. Doors are open. That was a Z. There's the store. It's one of those running Zs. Just totally caution to the wind. Just straight across the road. Dash in. 22s, flags, maps. Anything in maps? No maps. I only came here for a map. Right, never mind. Where'd she go? She legged it into medical. Not here. Right, so while we're killing time for 1.27 to come out, and we're having a look at stuff, can I put this one out? Yes, I can. We're going to head over to the Nugova Air Base, the Southwest Airfield, and just have a nosy, see if we can get some better gear, but like I said, it's pretty much pointless because we'll all be dead in 10 days anyway because of the server wipe and everything. And then we need to talk about what now, because we've been on, like, this came out end of last year, so it's been a good, you know, what is it now, 3-4 months, maybe even longer? It's end of February now, isn't it? I mean, just about. So it's been a while. Let's put it like that. It's been a while. And I think everybody is getting the hang of Sakal now and surviving on Sakal. And the new changes that are coming through aren't going to change that much. They've added some new town features, village features. They've added some new houses and bits and pieces. They've added some new military areas. Sorry, and a few bits and pieces, but they haven't. Yeah, you know, they've changed the noise, but they haven't changed food that we know of. They haven't changed hydration. They haven't changed the cold or pneumonia, any of that kind of stuff that I'm aware of. It's a big update for the first quarter of the year, but if you follow DayZ at all, or if you have been following DayZ at all for the last several years, you will know that they do tend to do a moderate-sized update in the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, and the other 2 quarters tends to be bug fixes, tweaks, maybe some cosmetic stuff, but you know, a bit of rebalancing, because they're doing a little bit of work with the weapons, weapon aiming, weapon accuracy, shot dispersion, how accurate guns are with optics versus sights, etc. There's a whole load of technical stuff goes on, almost in all updates now. If you want to get bothered in that, it really doesn't bother me. People manage to shoot me anyway, so I'm pretty. It doesn't matter what they do, I still die. So yeah, so that's that. So there's bits and pieces, but there's nothing major. So what does that mean for us on Sakal? We've had a jolly old run around Sakal since it came out. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Certainly having my own personal server helps. Not gonna deny that. So I've had a look everywhere. We've been all over official, pretty much. We didn't do that. We haven't done the bunker in official because it's just such a pain in the bum to do. You know, you gotta first you gotta go find the scientist, then you gotta go find gasoline, then you gotta do a whole lot of faff and running around in a military area where there's lots of military Zeds and lots of people and lots of stuff and thing. So there's quite a bit of faff for that kind of stuff, and that's a lot less fun on official, to be fair. But we've done all of that. So I guess the question is, what do we do with Sakal? And it's always the kind of thing, once you've kind of familiarized yourself with the map, and it's kind of like, right, okay. I'll tell you what I haven't seen a lot of, and it just might be this server, but what I have not seen a lot of at all is a lot of bases being built over here on Sakal. Certainly not on this server. And I have said that the server numbers on console on Sakal seem very, very low. Like the first couple of weeks, the first couple of weekends, it was madness. It really was. And then it's just totally died off. And there's been hardly anybody. That isn't someone up there, is it? No, it's a bit of a tree. So that's a bit weird. So the numbers are very low. So maybe that's why there's not so much happening in the way of base building and stuff, but I haven't seen a lot of base building. And base raiding and things, when you're solo, like I am, it's pretty tough. Pretty tough in a lot of ways. So, and it's not to say not to do it, it's just you gotta bear in mind that bases are really a team effort thing, and base raiding is really a team effort thing, and often you don't get a lot of stuff when you get there either. At least I've found that to be the case. You might disagree wholeheartedly and say it's the best, most lucrative thing you've ever done in DayZ is a spot of base raiding. But it's not for me. Sorry, man. Not for me. I'm just trying to keep my ears open for a bit. But like I said, we did see someone with a car. So generally people with cars build bases because you got lots of cargo capacity. Gillies everywhere. Okay, yes. Need some rounds for my Vega. It's one of the reasons I came down here, to be fair. And I was looking for, not a BK, I was looking for camouflage pants and a camouflage jacket. I mean, I know I've got the, where'd that guy go? I know I've got the hunting jacket, and that's good. But just for completeness, just wanted the set, to be fair. Heard me. Oh. Thank you. Come again. Assault backpack. Thank you very much. Ooh, It's the first time I've seen an M79 out in the open. I think that's changing with the update, if I recall correctly. KAS, thank you, no thank you. Oh, he's coming my way, isn't he? Is he gonna see me? Maybe not. Nothing in here either. Shucks. Ooh. Hammed in. Sometimes happens. There we go. Quick shifty. Oh. That way. Oh, he heard me. Did he heard me see me? He's coming this way. He's not sure. Field radio. Okay, yes. Yeah, so what was my point I was talking about? What I was talking about was now that now that the newness has come off Sakal, and Sakal is not as new as it once was. What do we do with Sakal, right? What are we going to do with it? What is our end goal? My end goal, you know. What's the game? Because I haven't seen a lot of bases to raid. I've built bases before, unofficial, with a car. So it's kind of hard because you need that extra cargo capacity, and you get that from the car. You know, which is fine. But then you need to source the car and manage a car and do all of those kinds of bits and pieces that you have to do with cars, etc., etc. Secure them more often than not. You know, where do you park it at the end of the day, and how do you make sure someone doesn't come along and nick it? You know, that kind of thing. And then you spend ages sourcing this car, going around, getting the gear, getting everything you need, building even a moderately small base, and within 5 minutes, you know, a team of 3 players has broken into it. So that's that's always a bit of a bind for me. So then the issue is stashes, and where do we put stashes? And that's probably more reasonable to think about the idea of putting a bunch of stashes around the map, so that you can store extra gear and change your loadouts and everything else without having to continually go and run the gauntlet like I am of trying to find new things, because that's always a bit of a bind as well. Is you've got to then, you know, come down here. You've got to come down to these like well-trafficked areas, and did he go this way? And see about you know, getting more gear. And when you come down here, you stand a very good chance of getting ganked, or, you know, someone set up a booby trap, or whatever the situation is, and that is the end of your lovely day, and you have to go back to the start again. which is you know, can be really annoying, because the start of DayZ is, to call it a hill would be would probably be giving it some credit. I don't think I can put this scope on my Tundra. No, I can't. Which is a pain. I think it only takes the hunting scope. Might take the ACOGs? Not sure. You're right here. Do you have to be right here? Right, last chance for some camouflage clothes. No, nothing. Right, anyway. We're legging it out of here. So this is it. This is no go over with. I think there's a hole down here somewhere. Trying to find a hole in the dark. So yeah, so that's Nugovo. So it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? I've been doing a loop around military bases that I've shared with you guys and gals. You know, and I've explained where my loot loop takes you. But I'm not going to keep doing that, because what's the point? So I'm just going to head up the coast now, and over the next few days, until 1.27 comes out, I'll probably just mooch my way back up the coast, because when the update comes through, we're going to respawn up there somewhere anyway, and given that it's a complete server wipe, stashing anything, it would be pointless, because it's all going to be removed. They're not just doing the characters, they're doing the whole maps and everything, so all bases and stashes and cars and boats and belongings and everything else are all going to go bye-bye. So there's no point in doing any of that. So we're just taking a little amble up the coast, and sort of seeing where we end up, and we'll probably be very close to well, some spawn point anyway, by the time 1.27 comes out, like I said, which is now it is less than 10 days, because it is, for me, it is the 16th. So is this the end of the airfield? I think there's like boats spawned down here. So like, what's that, 9 days? So nine days away. Call it 8 days pretty much, because it's evening where I am. I don't mean just in the game. So it's about 8 days away until the new game comes out. So yeah, a week away. Doesn't really come out on a Tuesday, I thought. Maybe it's different this time. Yeah, and that'll be it. I'll mooch on up the coast and see where we end up. So that's it. It's getting dark here, which is never really a good viewing for you guys and gals at the best of time anyway. I just wanted to jump on, just have a little chat, just let you know what's occurring. Have a little chinwag about 1.27 and what's happening. Obviously, like I've said, I do have a Twitch channel, and I'm trying to do a little bit more regularly, pardon me, on my Twitch channel. So do feel free to wander on over to Twitch and have a look. But I guess with night falling and a bit of a journey to go, and not a lot happening, I'm going to call it quits for now, and yeah, and that's it. So another live one of these before 1.27 comes out. I don't know. I might wait until 1.27 comes out, and then I'll do a live stream spawn, so we can go through all the silliness of trying to get our character started and what our base gear will be, and no doubt a whole load of other fresh people running around. Will the update bring more people into Sakal? It has been very, very quiet since the beginning of the year. I don't know. There's usually a little bit of peak interest after an update, and it kind of settles back down. There's a bunch of like hardcore lunatics like myself that just keep plugging away at it year in, year out, and we'll probably all still be here. Hopefully you will too. Until then, I'll see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
kidding! Oh, it's one. It was. Huh?